Hello and welcome to WASU coverage of Appalachian State men's wrestling versus Presbyterian College. We have an exciting matchup today. Appalachian State 3-3 currently, 2-0 in SoCon. Presbyterian 1-7 and 0-2 in SoCon. So this looks very one-headed towards Appalachian State's way. But like I always say, anything can happen in the game of wrestling. So thank you for tuning in. I'm Dane Maggard. I will be covering every home game of Appalachian State men's wrestling. And the lineup we have today, it's pretty much the same except a couple of changes. 125, Bryson Terrell. That'll be the same. 133, instead of Chad Bellis, it'll be Colby McBride. He is 14-7 this season. 141, Aldo Hernandez as usual. 149, Caden Kaiser as usual. 147, Jeremiah Price as usual. Will Miller, number 7 ranked in the country as usual. Luke Uliano, first duel with his new ranking. Number 28, the coach's rank. Luke Uliano, 174, or Uliano. 184, Logan Eller, as usual. 197, Hunter Adams instead of Carson Floyd. Hunter Adams is 5-6 this season and 16-18 overall. And Stephen Moncheri will be getting a forfeit today, so he will be getting a free win, so you know he's excited. But for Presbyterian, Braden Adams, he's a junior and he's 0-9 this season. 133, Tyler Rodier, 2-8 freshman. At 141, Ryan Luna, 5-9. 141 for Presbyterian, Eli Holiday, 1-5. And 157, Jameson Colongione, 0-3 junior. 165, Joshua Rowe, 1-6. 174, Nathan Furman, who's 0-5. 184, Caleb Rowe, 6-7. And 197, Tyler Hornick, who is 0-7. Exciting matchups for us today. It'll be around 2 minutes for us to start. This is the pre-game that we have going on here. Everything that'll happen. Luke Uliano over his win at Virginia Tech, then his first period pin versus Duke here in Varsity Gym. That brought him within the top 32, so you know he's excited. But this is just my personal opinion, but I think Luke Uliano should be ranked higher. He defeated number 20 ranked Lennox Wolak for wrestling against Virginia Tech, and he's only ranked 28 after defeating him and a first period pin against Duke. So I think it should be like the UFC around, where you defeat the guy at 120, you defeat the guy who's 20th, then you become the 20th ranked guy. But wrestling isn't that way, and the coach's ranking and the coach's ranks that are out recently, Will Miller still number 7 ranked, nothing's changed. Luke Uliano ranked 28, and Carson Floyd does stay the same at rank 32, but he, of course, is not wrestling tonight. Like I said, Hunter Adams will be taking his place, and the lineups should be starting any second here, and they're putting on the intro video for the App State Wrestling. So everything should be starting soon. Should be starting the starting lineups anytime now, and the national anthem. So until then, we will go into a little break, but make sure to stay tuned for the start of the match, and I will be here along with you. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you within the next couple minutes or so. break will be coming back soon, but we will do the national anthem right now. Thank you for your time and patience. Hello, everyone. That was not intended, but I muted for that whole first period. But that's a pretty common mistake. But Keyser up 9-2. 3 exciting takedowns, both from single legs and double legs. But the start of this second period has just came to start. 9-2, Keyser. Keyser gets the escape point, now 10-2. Keyser in the tie-up against Holiday. Holiday trying to go for wrist control, and Keyser trying to get those underhooks. Holiday just grabbing Keyser's head with both arms, trying to snap him down. Holiday goes for that double leg, but Keyser circles around, goes for the double to Holiday, but rolls on his back, but he quickly fixes it. And now if Keyser can just circle around, he can just get the takedown. But Holiday trying to get back points, but it doesn't work for him. Keyser circles around and gets the takedown. It's now 13-2. 1 minute remaining in this second period. Keyser just working top, letting Holiday escape. But Holiday goes back right into the tie-up. Keyser snaps him down, trying to circle around, but Holiday staying in front of him. Keyser goes behind him after Eli desperately for a Granby roll escape. But Keyser follows him through that Granby roll and gets the takedown. Now 16-3 with 30 seconds left in this second period. Keyser working on top, controlling Holiday's ankle. Keyser trying to pressure him down, make sure he doesn't get up on all fours. Keyser does a rolling cradle to try to get some back points. Ref counts it to 3. That's 4. That's 4 back points for Keyser. That's 4 back points for Keyser. With 4 seconds left in this second period, Keyser gets the tech fall. 20-3 with the rolling cradle to get the finishing back points there. 21-3, the official end of that major decision tech fall. That put App State on the board first. And the tech fall will make it 5-0 for App State to put them on the board first. But this next matchup, 157 Jeremiah Price, redshirt freshman from State Road, North Carolina, versus Jamison Colongian, 0-3 junior from New York. But that was an exciting win from Keyser there. Keyser had extreme ease with the double leg takedowns and single legs. Eli Holiday, he was trying to work in his takedowns as possible, but Keyser doing an amazing job sprawling and getting around, staying in front. But also with the instant retaliation from Keyser, almost every single time got him many points from that stasis. But Jeremiah Price now starting the match against Colongian. That's a hard name to pronounce. I'm going to just stick with Jamison. Jamison in the tie-up with Price. Price trying to work the inside control. Jamison tries to snap him down, but nothing happens. They both just get in front of each other. Price trying to get that inside control. Both men trying to fight for it. Jeremiah Price almost gets snapped down, but tries to circle behind him, and Jamison stays in front. Both men circling around the outside edges of the mat. Jeremiah Price trying to get the double leg. Jamison trying to go out of bounds so it doesn't count, but it does. Jeremiah Price has amazing out-of-bounds awareness, keeps the ankle in for the takedown. That makes it 3-0 for Price. 2 minutes and 10 seconds in this match, in the first period. Jeremiah Price for App State making that 3-0. For those just now tuning in, 149, Caden Keyser got the 5-0 tech fall to make the total team score 5-0 App State to make them first on the board. As the second period starts, Price trying to put Jamison down, but Jamison at all fours, just not budging, not moving. Ref going to them, telling them they need to work. but Price trying all he can. But Jamison goes for the Granby roll, and he gets the escape point. Both are neutral. That makes it 3-1. Price gets snapped down, but he gets back up immediately. Price seems to have some type of hand wrap going on. Wonder if that calluses have been working. But Jeremiah Price goes for the outside single, gets the takedown, making it 6-1, a minute and 15 seconds remaining in this match in the second period. Or still in the first period. Bear with me here. Both men go out of bounds. They will start neutral. Jeremiah Price, 6-1 for App State in this match. App State having the advantage here, as Jeremiah Price has 44 seconds of riding time. They will both start neutral here. Price going immediately in the tie-up, trying to get that inside control, going for some feints. Price goes for that single leg takedown, trying to finish, but Jamison has the whizzer in, trying to get the underhook in. Jamison trying to get the underhook. He has Jamison one hand on an ankle and one hand in the underhook, but the referee says none of them are working. Price almost had the takedown there, but Jamison gets away, and they call for stalling and go back to neutral. Price immediately goes back in that lockup. He goes for that ankle pick, the inside ankle pick. And Jamison does something weird. He goes for the Granby roll, ends up on his back, but it resorted to him grabbing Price's ankle, which doesn't give Price the takedown yet. If Jamison lets go of that ankle, Price gets the takedown. But ref not giving Price the takedown with 8 seconds left in this first period. Ref saying no control, but for no points happening. Price looking up at the scoreboard, realizes there's pretty much no time left, and stays calm. Coach John Mark Bentley talking his way through. And Presbyterian defers to App State. And Jeremiah Price chooses bottom to try to get that escape point. Jeremiah Price is 20-8 in this season so far. Price sits out, goes inside, immediately stands up. Goes back into the tie-in with Jamison. He shoots down, feints up, goes back up, tries to snap Jamison down, but doesn't work. Jamison, they both stand up, and Jamison goes immediately for that single leg, but Jeremiah Price sprawls, and they both go neutral. Price seems to have a lot of success snapping down and going up, but Jamison realizes that and also tries to snap him down. Price seems to be controlling Jamison on the outside of these out of bounds, mostly just pressuring him to circle away or to make an irrational decision to try to shoot on him. But Price is still controlling the tie-up. Price tries to grab the ankle, doesn't work, but Jamison goes right back at him with the single leg. He sprawls in circles, but they both go out of bounds, and they will start back in the middle in neutral. Presbyterian, Jamison taking his time, going back to the center. 1 minute remaining in this second period. Price trying to work out of that tie-up. Both in front of each other. Price grabs the leg, trying to go out the back door. And looks Jamison accidentally almost kicked in the face, but it looks like Price might be getting a couple back points there, and they will stop and go neutral as nothing really happened. The crowd seemed to have noticed that Jamison almost like borderline kicked him, but ref realizing it was an accident, no reason to call. But 30 seconds left in this second period. Both immediately going in the tie-up. Price trying to grab wrist control A lot of feints and shot attempts happening in this match. And Price tries to go behind. Price circles around, grabs the legs, and goes back around, resorts to the double, and maintains control with less than 5 seconds left in this period. And that'll make it 10-2 with Price up by 8 for Appalachian State. Jeremiah Price have 46 seconds of riding time. In this last period, Jamison for Presbyterian College will choose to go bottom. And this third period starts. Jeremiah Price trying to flatten him out, but just lets him back up to try to work the neutral game again, as he's having a lot of success with that. Jamison goes for the shot attempt, but, ooh, that was nice. Sorry, I had to finish that. And Jeremiah Price sprawls and retaliates and brings Jamison to his back for a lot of back points there. Great retaliation by Jeremiah Price to catch me and Jamison off guard, which makes it 17-3. Almost a tech fall by 1 point. Actually make that 2 as he lets him up. That makes it 17-4 for Jeremiah Price and App State in this match. And they go out of bounds to go neutral again. If Price gets one more takedown, that'll make it a tech fall. And 2 tech falls in a row for App State. Will he make it happen? Price working the tie-up game. Jamison goes for the takedown in the single leg, but Price going hard on that whizzer and escapes it. But he tried to go for his own single, but doesn't work. Jamison retaliates back, doesn't work also. Both standing up, tying up against each other. Jamison trying to defend as much as he can without getting tech fault and hopefully just get a major decision. But Price trying to go for that takedown, but they go out of bounds on Jeremiah Price's shot attempt, and they will both go back to neutral. Jeremiah Price for App State, 18-4 against Presbyterian College's Jamison Colongione. Jeremiah Price has one leg, almost resorts to the double, and Jamison from Presbyterian College using his feet a lot to push away Price. Not to seem to be a fan favorite of that. Price almost having the takedown, but Jamison is also close to flipping the table for a takedown, and Presbyterian College's Jamison Colongione goes around for the last second takedown, but that won't do much. It'll still be a majority decision win for Jeremiah Price. The end score, 19-7, which makes the major decision, makes it 9-0 for App State as a team score against Presbyterian. And now for 165 pounds, number 65 pounds, Will Miller, number 7 ranked Will Miller, will be going against Joshua Rowe, who's 1-6. I don't see this match happening for long. Will Miller in the tie-up, trying to work with what he has against Joshua Rowe. Rowe tries to go for the single, but Miller retaliates. Rowe behind Miller, trying to slam him back down to the mat, but it doesn't work. No points given, still 0-0, will go neutral. Miller goes back to the tie-up, trying to snap the head down. Rowe going for some feints, trying to catch Miller off guard, but Miller not fazed by it. Both go back in the tie-up. Miller goes for a single, and he gets it. That's 3-0. Immediately grabs the single with ease, puts his legs in, trying to work the spladle, but Joshua Rowe gets out of it quickly. The App State bench smiling as they see that. And Miller with one leg in on top, trying to work a cradle. And he lets go, Will Miller lets go of the leg tie up for just a quick second, but he goes right back in as Joshua Rowe trying anything he can to get out of this bottom position. Will Miller still trying to go for Will Miller putting Joshua Rowe's right arm into his back, swinging, trying to flatten him out. Miller puts Rowe's arm above his neck. And Miller trying to flatten out Joshua Rowe the hard way and just tipping him over like a bowling pin. This looks very painful for Joshua Rowe. Will Miller almost having both legs in and having the shoulder stretched out beyond him. And he gets back points. Will Miller puts Joshua Rowe on his back, has 4 back points. That's 7-0. There's a minute left remaining in this first period. Miller not letting Rowe get any points by escaping. Miller still dominating on top. Miller is so technical. That makes him very different from his opponents. Miller trying to still work with the leg inside and the cradle from the other leg. But Miller trying to work that other arm on. He's doing the same move again. Miller grabs Rowe's right arm, puts it behind his back, to make him force him to turn over for some back points. Rowe's on his back, not happy. And Miller gets the back points, which makes it 11-0. 15 seconds left in this first period. Miller making ease out of Joshua Rowe. And that is out of bounds, but Miller was very close to getting some back points there. Joshua Rowe trying to go to his corner for some advice, but coaches just staying silent for Presbyterian. Not really much to do here. Will Miller getting 11-0. There's a 1.6 seconds remaining in this first period. Joshua Rowe tries to get up within the last seconds, but he doesn't get any points, making it still 11-0 for 165er Will Miller. App State defers and goes to Presbyterian, and Presbyterian chooses neutral. Will Miller likes that decision. Miller trying to work some snap downs, working some feints, getting behind, keeping Joshua Rowe's head low. Rowe tries to go for a double leg. Miller tries to circle around. He gets Rowe's chin and puts him to his back, but Rowe quickly recovers and goes on his stomach for Miller's easy takedown. And Rowe gets his first point of this match by getting an escape point, and Miller makes it 14-1 for App State. Miller staying the lockup, almost grabs the ankle pick but stands back up. Rowe trying to retaliate but didn't go officially for the shot. Miller has 2 arms on one. Tries to go for the ankle pick but doesn't work. Rowe trying to feint. About a minute left remaining in this second period. Circling around, Rowe goes for the shot attempt, but Miller quickly goes behind for the easy takedown. Sloppy shot by Joshua Rowe, and Will Miller takes advantage of it and easily spins around. That's another win for number 7 ranked in the country, Will Miller. And up next, also ranked in the top 32, ranked 28 in the coaches ranking, 174, Luke Giuliano, redshirt junior from Powell, Ohio. And he is wrestling Nathan Furman, who's 0-5. Nathan Furman, sophomore, trying to get his first win this match, but if he wants to win, it's not going to come easy against such a tough opponent like Luke Giuliano. And after the win right there, it makes it from Will Miller, making it 14-0 App State. and redshirt junior from Powell, Ohio, 165er 174 Luke Giuliano will come in, trying to get his third home win in a row for duels. Giuliano trying to stay warm before going in. Giuliano goes right into the matchup. Furman trying to snap Giuliano down. Giuliano goes right into that snap down. But they separate to go into neutral. Giuliano tries to go for the single leg. He got both the arm, and he does a cradle. Furman is immediately on his back. And that has to be the fastest pin here in varsity gym this season. Within 30 seconds, Luke Giuliano gets his first shot attempt he gets. He immediately goes for the head cradle and goes and puts Presbyterian's Nathan Furman on his back. That is Giuliano's fastest win this season by far. 174 matchup quick and over that easily. That is surprising. I knew it was going to be a dominant win because 0-5 versus 28th ranked in the country, that matchup doesn't really go well, but that was a lot faster than I was anticipating. The SoCon Rustler of the Week makes his appearance noticed. And now for 184, Logan Eller versus 184 from Presbyterian, Caleb Rowe. Caleb Rowe has 6 wins, 7 losses. And now this first period for 184 goes away. Both just working the tie up. And Logan Eller shoots him by, immediately goes for that takedown, which he gets, immediately gaining back control. Caleb Rowe just flattened out right now. Eller has one leg in, and it's locked in. That leg's not getting out anytime soon, but he lets it go out of will. And Logan Eller switched sides, trying to go for that half. Eller goes for the half and goes for the wrist control in the other arm. Persistent with that half. But Caleb Rowe on all fours, trying to stand up. And Eller controlling Caleb Rowe wherever he goes. And Eller, having both arms, flips Rowe to his back and doesn't get any points there, but he was close. The ref was about to get some points there. Eller gets Caleb Rowe's right arm and drives it to his head, trying to get some back points, but it almost doesn't work well for him. And that doesn't work well for Logan Eller at all, as Caleb Rowe turns back and gets the reversal, which makes it 5-2, and App State's Logan Eller leading by 3. Caleb Rowe having one leg in, trying to work for Eller's wrist. Eller trying to roll out of this position here, but Caleb Rowe keeping Eller's left wrist controlled. Less than a minute remaining in this first period. Eller trying to get up, but Caleb Rowe trying to get some back points here, but doesn't get him on his back. He was very close with that shoulder half. Logan Eller trying to roll over, and Eller grabs the leg from bottom and the ankle, and he flips over to put Caleb Rowe on his back, but Rowe recovering and just going on all fours for the reversal from Logan Eller, which makes it 7-2 with 15 seconds remaining in this first period. And the ref calls stalling. Both men will go back in the middle. And Logan Eller will start on top here as he got that reversal after going out of bounds after that. Eller trying to get Caleb Bro out of his pyramid. Caleb Bro trying to get up and get that escape point, but doesn't get it after time runs out. Logan Eller will start on top again in this second period. Presbyterians, Caleb Bro goes for a Granby roll, but Logan Eller follows him and remains on top. Eller trying to get the move that he failed last time and almost works it again, but Rowe doing a great job defending that particular move. But Eller remains in control here. Eller looking at the scoreboard, seeing how much time he has left. Eller trying to flip Rowe on his back, trying to flip his leg, but they both get pushed out of bounds and will start in the middle again. 1 minute and 23 seconds remaining in this second period. And Eller on top, immediately putting a leg in. And remains control of that leg, trying to. But Caleb Bro on bottom, not really doing much. And Caleb Bro tries to stand up, trying to get his grip off, but Logan Eller does a great job in tripping him back down. But Caleb Bro trying to get back up. But Eller slams him down, keeping in control of that top position. 50 seconds left in this second period. Eller not trying to get Rowe up. Eller goes in between the legs and goes and pushed out of bounds. Caleb Bro very close to getting that escape point, but gets pushed out of bounds, and Eller will remain on top. Eller gaining Rowe's right arm control immediately. Eller just staying on top, putting his weight as Caleb Bro tries to get up many times and trips Caleb Bro back down after trying to get up. 15 seconds remaining in this second period. Logan Eller trying to work something, but almost gets pushed out of bounds again. And that's the end of this second period here for this match. Logan Eller up 5 points for App State, 7-2. And Eller will start on bottom at the start of the third period. And he blocks that hand from getting inside, getting control. And Eller immediately gets up, making it 8-2 for App State in this match. Caleb Bro trying to go for a shot, but Eller sprawls, immediately goes for retaliation, grabbing control of the leg. But Bro does a great job at sprawling, and he goes for his own retaliation, but Eller goes for the whizzer and stands up. Both are neutral here, but Rowe having an underhook, trying to go for the single, but Logan just snaps down. But Caleb Bro trying to go for a takedown, but immediately gets the potentially dangerous as Logan Eller's leg moved and bent kind of in a weird position. So they will start neutral again. Rowe trying to go for the takedown, but Eller sprawls immediately, tries to spin around, but they both gain neutral and are in front of each other. Rowe leg deep in a takedown attempt here, but Logan tries to grab the leg and staying there, so even if Rowe goes behind, you won't get the takedown. But Logan almost on his back here, but he's working the leg control very tight here so he doesn't get the takedown, but he just lets it out, trying to defend any back points to be taken. But with 15 seconds remaining, Caleb Rowe gets the takedown. And Logan Eller trying to get up Eller goes for a Granby roll to get up, but Rowe follows him. Rowe trying to get some last-minute takedown points, but doesn't work. Logan Eller makes it 9-5 at the end of this match here, getting his win. The redshirt freshman from Treon, Georgia, gets his win, making the score for App State now 23-0 match score. Complete domination here in Varsity Gym. And before this 197 matchup starts, and it looks like we will go to intermission, and Presbyterian's own Rustler forgot that it was intermission. He had the tape up on his legs and everything. But it looks like everyone will go to intermission here. App State bench going back to their locker room. Presbyterian team trying to talk it over, see what they can do to remain in this match. But with App State up 23-0, and that's a big point differential in the sport of wrestling. So we will see what happens after intermission, but thank you for tuning in to WASU coverage of App State men's wrestling versus Presbyterian College. I'm Dane Maggard, and I'll be with you after intermission. Please be patient, and we'll be going to break, and we'll be back around 10-15 minutes. Thank you so much. Sorry to everyone, I was talking that whole time, but it is still 0-0. Not much has happened. Bryson Terrell gains the escape after starting on bottom in the first period. A lot of shot attempts and wrist control in that first period. Neither man scored in that first period, but Bryson Terrell gains the escape point from bottom. Terrell gets up from that 2-on-1. Terrell in the lockup, trying to snap and down and circle. Bryson Terrell gains the outside single, gets the takedown, and goes behind. That makes it 4-0, first takedown of the match. Makes it 4-0 for App State's Bryson Terrell. 50 seconds left in this second period. Terrell still on top, gaining pressure. Trying to have that wrist control from both arms there. But he went for the spladle for a split second, but realized that Adams was too planked and couldn't be able to get it, so he immediately goes to the crossface and tie-up. Terrell has both wrists controlled here. Trying to go for the wrist in the half. But Terrell lets go of both, regains wrist control. He puts a leg in. Terrell trying to do a half from the opposite side of the leg was in, trying to flip him over. Bryson Terrell leads 4-0 in this second period. Terrell trying to work the snap down. Presbyterian choosing to go neutral at the start of this third period. Trying to get a takedown. Both men still trying to go in the snap down. They've been at it for the past periods, but nothing really happening in the tie-ups. Terrell trying to get that inside control. Adams tries to get that 2-on-1 arm. Both separate, go neutral, go back into the tie-up again. Terrell tries to go for an inside single, doesn't work, but Adams doesn't have the patience, and he goes for the shot attempt, and Bryson Terrell immediately shoots back behind after the failed takedown attempt from Adams. Terrell, as he gets the back, he puts the leg in, having the top pressure. With 50 seconds remaining, Bryson Terrell for App State is up 8-0. Terrell going for the reverse crossface after having the wrist control. And it seems like the ref was trying to waive points here, is trying to get some stalling. And there is stalling. And Braden Adams will start on bottom again. 19 seconds remaining. Braden Adams goes for the Granby roll, but Bryson quickly follows up, gains the back control. Terrell trying to go for that reverse crossface again. And that is the end of the match. And Bryson Terrell gets the win against Presbyterian's Braden Adams. And Braden Adams not having the best luck this season, and as this loss makes it 0-10 on the season record. And as Braden Adams gets the loss against Bryson Terrell, 133, Colby McBride, redshirt sophomore from Lithonia, Georgia, faces off against Tyler Roedier. Roedier is 2-8. And Colby McBride, his season record is 14-7. And his career record is 18-17. Colby McBride in this season not having any dual wins or losses, so trying to get his first win here for his dual record this season. And Roedier tries to go for the shot attempts, but McBride responds quickly with a sprawl. McBride trying to circle around, trying to get both underarm underhooks in control. Roedier trying to work out of it. McBride working that head and neck. Roedier trying to work for wrist control here, but McBride doing the same. McBride tries to level change, but goes back up as Roedier notices a level changes with him. McBride still working those underhooks. McBride has the underhook on his right arm, trying to work it on his left. Seems to have almost had it, but lets it go. Trying to circle around for Roedier. McBride goes down and gets the leg, but lets it go immediately. Gives up on it. Still has the underhooks. McBride grabs the inside single, trying to finish it. Stands up. Gets behind him and goes for the front trip. The ref doesn't give him the takedown. But he's very close. The only thing keeping Roedier from getting a takedown on him is that whizzer, and he's not letting it go. And the ref calls stalling. Both men will go neutral, back in the middle. McBride and Roedier start neutral in the middle again. A minute 15 seconds remaining in this first period. McBride still working those inside underhooks. Seems to be gaining them with ease. But Roedier gets out of the tie control. McBride goes back into it. McBride pushing Roedier. Going for a shot attempt, McBride. But Roedier sprawls and gets out of it. McBride tries to circle around, get the outside leg, but Roedier circles around. Still 0-0, 30 seconds remaining in this first period. Roedier tries to go for the inside single, but McBride sprawls. McBride has that head and the arm control, trying to make something happen, trying to grab the single for an instant cradle, but with 10 seconds remaining, McBride needs to have something happen here. He has both underhooks in, but is not really doing anything with it. And as time expires in this first period, John Mark Bentley goes to McBride, clapping to him, saying that he's wrestling well. And App State defers the decision and goes to Presbyterian, and Presbyterian goes on bottom. For anyone just joining in, App State is leading in this match as a team score of 36-0, absolute domination. And Colby McBride starting on top in this second period as Presbyterian chooses bottom. Roedier on all fours. McBride brings him back. Roedier still trying to stand up, get on all fours. But McBride keeping him low, putting his pressure on him. McBride trying to flatten out Roedier. But Roedier just stays on all fours, trying to temple. But McBride puts a leg in and just goes behind. McBride picks him up, brings him back down to the mat, but Roedier still persistent on his knees. He's not really working anything here. Roedier trying to get out. But McBride still behind, trying to bring him back down to the mat. But Rodier goes on his knees, trying to get up again. He's very persistent. But McBride still keeping that top position. McBride brings him back up, brings him back down to the mat, having no problem keeping him down, but Rodier having trouble getting out of there. McBride being a little high right now. But Rodier, McBride having deep control of Rodier's ankle, but McBride goes in between the legs and slams him down. McBride still behind Rodier here. McBride controlling that ankle as the second period passes. And App State will choose to go neutral here. And it is still 0-0. Neither wrestler has scored here, but McBride being very close on multiple occasions. McBride goes for the single. He's deep in that leg, but Rodier has his grip on McBride's leg, trying for those points not to happen. But Bride trying to get the leg closer to his chest so he can wrap the leg around it for easier control. But McBride has his head in between Rodier's legs. It looks like Rodier's doing that on purpose, try to squeeze his head so he was not going back around. McBride getting inch and inch closer to that takedown. And Rodier grabbing onto that leg for dear life. I wonder if they're going to call sprawling because he hasn't done a dang thing. McBride still trying to work. And McBride still trying to circle around. And the ref calls stalling and goes to neutral. McBride super close to that takedown and no points will be given. Rodier not working a thing there. I'm surprised the ref didn't call a stalling point on him. But 40 seconds remaining in this third period. McBride trying to work a takedown in this inside wrap-up. Rodier tries to go for the snap down, but both still tied up here. Rodier tries to go for a takedown attempt, but McBride sees it coming from a mile away. McBride goes for that head and arm, tries to go down to the single for a cradle, but doesn't work. Both men still standing up. 10 seconds remaining in this match. If no points will be given here, it will go to sudden death overtime. And it looks like that's what will happen. Oh, wow. App State awarded 1 point due to riding time. McBride had 2 minutes of riding time, and he gains that last second point to gain the win. And Colby McBride getting his first dual win this season and in his career. So that's a great achievement from him. And Coach John Mark Bentley goes to Colby McBride back in the locker room, trying to talk to him here. And the red shirt freshman, Aldo Hernandez. Aldo Hernandez, he is currently 16-8 in this season, and overall 19-9 in his career. Aldo Hernandez went toe-to-toe with Sam Latona, two-time NCAA All-American, and only lost to a close decision. But Aldo Hernandez looking to get a win here. And Ryan Luna being very aggressive here, not allowing Aldo to have any type of space while starting this match. Aldo trying to snap down Luna. Both men going immediately back into that tie-up. Aldo trying to fling a by but doesn't work, still gaining in front. Both men being incredibly aggressive. That's how the 141 weight class is. Aldo tries to go for a double leg, but Luna deep in that sprawl. Aldo's stance seemed to be much more high than Luna's is. Luna trying to work on that 2-on-1 arm takedown, but Aldo gets out of it, trying to get back in that tie-up for Aldo. Aldo being very aggressive, working the head here. Still 0-0, a minute 40 seconds remaining in this first period. Both men just hand fighting here, fighting for wrist control. Aldo had his wrist controlled for a second, but he separates, starting new. Aldo almost snapped down Luna for a second, but wasn't persistent enough to gain control of it. But he goes back to the tie up on neutral. Almost a minute remaining in this first period. Luna trying to gain some type of arm control here, but it's not particularly working for him. 55 seconds remaining in this first period. Aldo having the wrist control here. Aldo being more passive here than in his past matches. He normally has a takedown fast within the first minute, but he's being very careful with Luna. Luna's being very hyper, to say the least. He's doesn't have a single bit of energy he's not using. 30 seconds remaining in this first period. Still 0-0, both men tied. Aldo trying to snap down Luna, but separate. Luna tries to get his leg in and goes behind, but it doesn't work. Aldo slips it out of his leg and goes back into the neutral position. 5 seconds remaining in this first period. Aldo just staying in the tie-up position. Luna trying to get that last second takedown, and it almost had it, but it wasn't. But Aldo saved by the bell a little bit as Ryan Luna was deep in that single leg. But time expires. 2 minutes left, starting the second period. The team score currently right now 39-0. App State leading, absolutely dominating Presbyterian. If Aldo Hernandez can get this win here, it'll be a complete shutout. And Aldo getting a false start warning for starting too early. But it is just a warning. And that starts the second period. Aldo starting on bottom, trying to get that escape point. Ryan Luna trying to get that rolling spladle, but Hernandez sees it coming and doesn't let it happen. It doesn't fall into it. But Luna puts a leg in and tries to do what Will Miller did, put Aldo's right arm on top of his head and tries to flip him over. But Aldo Hernandez trying to defend it, and Ryan Luna still trying that same move, having leg control in. Aldo still trying to go up, but he's flattened out every time. Luna still trying to go for that spladle, but he gives up on it, trying to go for Aldo's arm to try to make him stand up. Aldo sees it. Aldo tries to get Luna's right arm to try to control it, but Luna straightens out Aldo's arm. Luna very close to flipping over Hernandez. Aldo keeping his core strength there to not get those back points, but he was very close to getting those back points there, Luna, but Aldo goes back to his stomach and doesn't get any. But Aldo almost cradled up here, leaned over, but the ref doesn't give any back points here. Luna has 1:40 of riding time. 15 seconds remaining in this second period, and the ref will call stalling and for both men to go back in the middle. And John Mark Bentley going at Aldo, telling him to be explosive and saying to let's go. Luna trying to get Presbyterian on the board. Hernandez standing up. Luna gets that leg in, but Luna being very good at leg riding. Luna trying to go for that same move. And Aldo being very frustrated. Luna being on for a second too late as the match goes by. And Aldo just flinging him off in frustration to tell him to get off. But Luna will start on bottom. Aldo has his chance to gain some dominant riding time here, but Luna has 2 minutes of riding time. Aldo can't afford for him to get back up. Aldo brings him back up, slams him back down to the mat, bringing him down, but Luna being persistent on trying to get up. And Luna tries to sit out, go back. Aldo, borderline on outside, and Luna almost getting the escape point, but Aldo pushes him out. Luna taking his time, catching his breath, while starting on bottom here. Still 0-0. Aldo trying to eliminate as much riding time that Luna got to for him trying not to gain a point here. Luna still starting on bottom. Aldo trying to put his pressure, trying to flatten him out. Aldo. Luna very close to getting that escape point. Aldo trying to fling him back down to the mat. Aldo tries to put a leg in to trip him, and he does. But Aldo almost is on his back. But Aldo gets back points on Luna, but the ref isn't calling it. The ref wasn't calling it. And they put out the challenge brick. App State puts out the challenge brick saying there should have been back points there. And the ref will review. Very deep and close match here. A minute remaining in this third period. Aldo putting Ryan Luna on his back, but the ref says there was no official control and saying there was no back time. But as App State puts out the challenge brick, everything will be under review. Ryan Luna trying desperately to put Presbyterian on the board here, as the team score right now is 39-0, and if Aldo Hernandez can get this win, it'll be a complete shutout for the Mountaineers. Presbyterian's coach going by Luna, trying to give him the talk, but Coach John Mark Bentley trying to do the same thing, telling Aldo to stay persistent in this match. Aldo drinking some water, trying to get his cardio up, trying to stay warm here. Ref still reviewing. And the ref seems to have come to a decision, but as soon as I know what it is, I will tell you guys. Wow, that's surprising. The call on the match stands and there's no back points given. And the crowd is not happy as continuous boos happen. Luna trying desperately to go up, but Aldo flattening him back down, trying to go for that cradle, and he goes again. The back points. Aldo Hernandez goes for that rolling cradle again, gains 4 back points on top. 45 seconds remaining in this match. Aldo Hernandez being consistent with the pressure. Ryan Luna's trying to get up, but Aldo's not letting him. Aldo, very good with that rolling cradle. Aldo trying not to get him out of bounds to try to waste time, but he does. Luna very close to getting that escape point, but it is 4-0 for that rolling cradle that Aldo Hernandez did. Gets him 4 back points. Luna trying to get up, but Aldo trying to overpower him to not get that escape point. And Luna gets the escape point. 20 seconds remaining and they go out of bounds. Both men will go neutral. Aldo Hernandez has to defend this takedown if he wants to get this win. If Ryan Luna gets this takedown, they will tie up the match. 20 seconds remaining. Aldo trying his best takedown defense here. Luna going in aggressive as he should, trying to get this takedown. He goes for the single leg attempt, but Aldo gets out. Ryan Luna trying to go for that head and arm for anything means possible to try to get Aldo on his back. But Aldo, 5 seconds left in this match, trying to defend. And Aldo Hernandez does it. He gets the complete shutout. Aldo Hernandez with the last second rolling cradle and back points for the 4-1 victory. And that's a complete shutout for App State. And that'll make the total here in Varsity Gym Boone 42-0. Complete domination from App State wrestling in a complete masterclass. All of App State's starters weren't there as replacements from Colby McBride and Hunter Adams. Everyone gets the win today. The redshirt freshman Bryson Terrell gets the win. Colby McBride gets the win. Aldo Hernandez gets on the last second, very exciting win there. Rolling cradle with the last 40 seconds remaining. Very impressive from Aldo Hernandez. But as that brings the team score to 42-0, I believe that is the first complete shutout of the season for the App State Mountaineers. But as that brings App State to a win, thank you so much for tuning in to WASU coverage of App State men's wrestling versus Presbyterian College. I'm Dane Maggard, and thank you so much for tuning in. And make sure to tune in on February 9th for more App State wrestling, as February 9th, Sunday at 3 p.m. versus Chattanooga. More exciting matchups coming within the next week. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Great Dane Maggard, here to end the stream, and I'm calling off. Thank you for tuning in, and make sure to tune in Sunday, February 9th at 3 p.m. versus Chattanooga. Again, I'm Great Dane Maggard, signing